Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again. Yo, I appreciate y'all for tapping into the video, man. Make sure y'all follow my IG, like the video, and hit that bell, man. Show your boy some love. I show my gratitude. Speaking of gratitude, man, I want to speak on a few ways you can raise your frequency, your vibration. Because I know a lot of folks are struggling right now, man. It's a very hard time for us to really stay on an elevated plane, because we're being tested every single day. And I feel like that should be a priority for everyone, is to making sure that your frequency is at that level. And that's really the only way you're going to survive right now in these times, is having an elevated vibration, okay? Having your heart light as a feather. Because there's so much energy being bombarded and hitting us right now that, you know, your frequency has to match that energy which is coming to us. If your heart is hard as a rock, you know, and you still not really taking things serious and not really trying to focus on yourself and do shadow work, you're going to start feeling the effects. You're going to start having a lot of traumatic experiences play out in your life like a reel over and over again, because it's something that you have to work on, something that you have to declutter. You get what I'm saying? So it's a few ways you can raise your frequency. And one way, you guys already know, showing gratitude. We live in a world now where people are more worried about quantity over quality. And everybody's in a haste. Everybody's in a rush to go where, I don't know. Because everybody's in a rush to go nowhere. Showing gratitude, which means appreciating what you have, appreciating everything in your life right now, helps you to recenter yourself and see things for what they are in the present moment. You're not worrying about how you're going to get the next dollar. You're not worrying about how you're going to get your next meal. Only thing that you're worrying about is right now. Did I eat today? There's so many things that you can be grateful for. I'm grateful for the clothes on my back. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for having food on my table. I'm grateful for this breath I just took. You know, if you have children, I'm grateful that my kids are healthy, that my children are able to eat, that they have everything that they need to survive today. And that's all it is. Did you get your portion today? And I'm telling you, when you start to think in that mindset, what's going to happen is you're going to feel this weight just lift off your shoulders. You're going to feel your heart start to get light. And it's going to naturally make you smile. Because you realize everything, all this fear that we have of not having and not being able to get, it's all an illusion. It's not real. Okay? So understand that gratitude is very, very important. You got to start showing gratitude and appreciation, because how do you expect to be blessed with more if you don't appreciate what you have now? Why would I give somebody more than what they appreciate? Don't let material things be your only form of gratification. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit up here and say you shouldn't try to get what you want. You know, get it how you live. But what I'm trying to say is, don't let material things be your only gateway to happiness. All right? Because that's going to make your frequency get lower. It's going to lower your frequency down. Because the material world is only temporary. You know, you get a new car, you know, after a couple months, you feeling yourself, you're like, yeah, I got a new car. You taking care of it. You taking it to the car wash every other day to clean it out. But, you know, after a few months, you start to get used to it. You're not going to the cleaners every other day no more, you know. It starts to wear off. And now you start looking at other cars, maybe the newer model of your car, wishing you had that. When you chase material things, it's only going to last temporary. But eventually, you're always going to be chasing more and more and more, which is going to put you in a low vibrational state, because now you're going down to the lower chakras, all right? And you're operating off of lust and greed and possession, right? All these emotions start to come up. I saw this movie called, I Think the Gods Are Crazy. I think that's what it's called. The Gods Must Be Crazy. And it shows the difference between the modern world and this tribe who hasn't even left the Stone Age yet, right? But they're all living in the same time period. So this Coke bottle falls from this plane and it lands in the tribe, their village or whatever. So they find it and it brings so much joy to their life, so much delight, right? And it shows the modern world how we would throw something away as small as a Coke bottle and don't think nothing of it, right? We don't appreciate anything. Everything's trash to us. We're a throwaway society. But then this tribe has something as simple as a Coke bottle and they basically start worshiping it. You know, and on the flip side, this Coke bottle starts to tear the tribe apart. Because now, with this possession, they start to have envy and jealousy of other members who might have the Coke bottle at the moment and they want it, so they start fighting each other and ended up being destructive in that tribe, man, tearing them apart. This tribe was high vibrational, they was peaceful, getting along with each other, sharing with each other. But then this one little piece from the modern world started tearing their tribe apart based off of material want, material possessions. Sit down with yourself sometimes and ask yourself questions. How can I find my happiness? How can I find my personal legend, my divine purpose? And help me or guide me to be able to live and walk that path. You got to ask the Most High God that. I do that every single day. Even now, man, I'm asking the Most High God to lead me and guide me, show me the way, right? Unlock my true potential. Help me to stay on my divine purpose. And I believe when you walk your divine purpose, this is when you're truly going to be walking in your highest vibration because you're being yourself. Okay? And until you do that, you're always going to be chasing more. You're always going to be unhappy because you're not fulfilled. Right? We came down here for a reason. We didn't come down here to just get a house and a car and have a bunch of money and just live happily ever after. You have a time stamp while you're down here. Right? We don't live forever. This is a temporary place that we're at to learn and to grow and to do what we got to do. You don't have time to be comfortable. Okay? You have moments where, yeah, you take a rest and you might enjoy the fruits of your labor, but we're always in an uncomfortable motion. We're always improving. We're always evolving. And that's what life is about. It's about the experience. When you sit down and learn to decode and decipher your experience, man, you're going to gain so much wisdom from that. Okay? And the more you know, the better you do. That's one thing I love about this journey is just observing life and putting the pieces together. And it just makes me smile, man. It makes me happy because I feel like I have a purpose. I'm not just living in the matrix. I'm not just living a normal life like we've been told to live. I'm actually on my journey for my divine purpose. And that's going to raise your vibration. Most people are unhappy because they're not living out their dreams. They're not living out their purpose. And so what you do is you put yourself in a mental state of slavery. Your soul is caged in, right? Because you're just going to work every day and you're just living by status quo, which nothing wrong, man. You got to get it how you live. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with taking care of your family, getting your money and you know, paying your bills. We got to live, but you have a bigger purpose than that. So you can multitask while you're still doing what you got to do. You can be finding your divine purpose. And all it takes is 5-10 minutes a day to sit to yourself and just ask yourself questions. Okay? What is my purpose? Learn to forgive yourself. Okay? Learn to forgive yourself, man. We hold ourselves to such a high standard sometimes. We're so hard on ourselves. We're so judgmental of ourselves. And don't understand, we're just children. Right? We're children trying to find our way. And the Most High God knows that. That's why the Most High God is not so harsh on us, but He's merciful. Because He knows that we're learning. We're going to make mistakes. You got to realize that for yourself, that you're going to make mistakes in this life. It's going to happen. There ain't no way around that. But see, that's what makes us perfect, because we're always able to change and grow and learn from our mistakes. Some folks don't never take the time to learn and grow from their mistakes because they're not paying attention. You're going through a hard times. You're going through a traumatic experience, and instead of you trying to learn from that and take something good from that experience, you only see the bad. And then most folks are just replaying that traumatic experience in their head all day, every day. Most people are just replaying bad situations in their life that they went through, and it keeps them in a low vibration. Don't be a victim, okay? Don't feel sorry for yourself. You are a traveler. So you are going through these things to put you on your path, on your divine purpose. Take what you can from those experiences and let it go. Stop holding on to these heavy energies. You have no reason to do that, and you're just holding yourself back. Right? I know we all go through, we go through loss, we go through heartbreak. That's a part of life. But what are you learning from it? Are you letting it change you for the worse? Right? Don't do that. Don't let nothing interrupt your energy field. Don't let nothing change who you are on the core, on the surface. Okay? We got to keep our vibration high, man. And by doing that, you learn to not be attached to everything. Don't be attached to your experience, right? Let it go. And this is what shadow work is. For those who be asking me what the shadow work is, that's just going inside yourself and letting go. You got to let go. The only way for you to open your heart chakra is to let go. And through your heart chakra, that's going to be the portal that's going to get you to the high vibrational state, or the higher plane of yourself, which is that connection to the Most High God. But you have to unblock your heart, okay? And forgiving yourself, I repent every night before I go to bed. I forgive myself, and I ask the Most High God for forgiveness for any type of energy I put out into the universe that's been harmful to anybody, that's been harmful to myself, right? See, I know how to humble myself and know that I'm going to make mistakes and I'm not perfect. Be real with yourself. Don't sugarcoat nothing. If you've been messing up, acknowledge that. You've been putting out bad energy out here, acknowledge it. Be real with yourself and let it go so that you can have that weight lifted off your shoulders. All right? There's many things we can do. I've already talked about a few with the foods and just the frequencies that you're around, the music and the TV shows that you watch. But we're talking about right now things you can do with inside yourself. Okay? Which is every day cleaning out your temple. Cleaning out your temple. Anything that's bothering you, catching it, right? And finding the source to that problem and letting it go. Right? Go back to your childhood self and just remember who you are. Remember who you were. As a child, you didn't move with grudges. You didn't have no fear. You didn't have none of that because you were pure energy. So you were living in your divine purpose as a child, but then you get distracted along the way. Let's get back to our true vibration. We all have our own unique vibration, and we all have our unique purpose of why we're here. We all have our reason. So leave your imprint. Let your mark be left. All right? Retain Gang, it's your boy Tay. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this video or what y'all would like me to talk about next. Y'all have a beautiful day, man, and I'm out. Peace.